And let me share the screen. Right. So basically, who is this session for? And this session is for primarily for three categories of people: people who are parents whose children are not really enjoying education for whatever reason, either they are struggling or just not enjoying, just not connecting with this conventional education, or the parents are not enjoying the education even though the child might be there, or the parents child or your child is still too young but you are wanting to look for something different, or there are families here who are already doing homeschooling, unschooling, or considering homeschooling, unschooling. Yeah, so that's primarily the kind of people who like to attend these, so that's whom we have tailored this for. uh, Now, when there are a lot of terms that are being used. Some people call it homeschooling, some people call it unschooling. We also call it open learning, open education, um, free education, free schooling, open schooling. There are lots of terms all across the world. But what we like the term the most is we call it child-based education, because it kind of bang on puts the child as the hero of his or her movie, right there, right, the child is the center of the whole frame. So that's what it's all about. It's all about the child, it's not about us as much. And finally, because it is child's life, um, um, so people ask me a lot of questions. Hey, how does this happen and how does that happen? So let me run you through few common questions. The first question that most people ask is, hey, so what's the curriculum? You know, and we say in child-based education, child is the curriculum, right? Whatever the child brings to the table, child says, I want to do this, I want to learn this, I want to explore this. That becomes the child's today's or this week's or this year's curriculum. And when the child's own interest becomes what the child um, is doing, then obviously there's lot of immersion, lot of joy, a lot of energy, a lot of excitement that the children bring to it. Yeah. Also, it stems from that we shouldn't look life or learning as few subjects. Life is like full on, and anything you do in this world is beautiful. Everybody doesn't need to be doing the same thing. In fact, so many people are doing so many amazing things, and that's the beauty of the world. The second thing people ask, okay, so that means there's a lot of freedom. That means there's no structure. And we say, wait. You've got it all wrong if you're thinking that way. In fact, this has perhaps more structure, simply because the child designs the structure, and child designs it literally on a daily basis. Child starts thinking, hey, this is what I want to do, and that is what I want to do, how I want to do, where I want to do, when I want to do, with whom I want to do, and so on and so forth. So it's totally driven by the child, obviously supported by whoever's around. In our case, it's all the parents and our whole community. But it comes from the child's own plans. Yeah. And it's dynamic because the child is evolving, changing. So the plans keeps changing. For maybe very young children, it may change every few minutes, and to very old children like teenagers and youth, it could sustain for many years, right? And then maybe change, or not change at all. The third question people ask is, hey, so how does learning happen? Well, learning can happen by anything, by a child going to somebody and asking, hey, teach me, child going through a book, a YouTube video, a website. But in most cases, we see that the maximum amount of learning happens by doing, because all of us like doing. We like doing stuff, which we like, obviously, right? Just like most of us say, hey, I really learned my job on the job. It's not the degree who prepared me, but really when I got into the job or got into my business, that's when I started really learning the ropes of the work. So it's obviously because that's becomes very, very meaningful for me. That's when I really learn it. So it's almost the same thing scaled down to the day or the hour, whatever the child is choosing to do. In fact, to a large extent, we say, forget learning. We're just bothered with doing. If children are doing, then they will automatically be learning. There is no escape. Invariably, you will learn if you are doing something. And children are all the time wanting to do. Yeah. The fourth thing people ask is, hey, but what about assessment, exams, and all of that? Well, that's even more interesting, because here the child learns the uh, whole whole art, you can say, of reflecting on oneself, because I'm deciding, then I'm doing, then I am again thinking, hey, was it good, was it not good, was it interesting, did I do what I wanted to do, where did I reach, do I want to give up, do I want to change, do I want to do all of that. There's obviously a lot of feedback, and they, as they grow older, they also get into tracking their progress if they want to, and building their portfolio, which becomes very important if they want to go into a professional journey. Yeah. But what this whole process does is of assessing oneself on a minute, hourly, daily, weekly, monthly base. It we start the children start understanding themselves and and the world much better. Finally, people ask about, hey, all of this is great, fine, but how do they earn money? Right? How do they make a living out of it? Well, primarily there are two kind of options. The first kind of option is for people to go back to 10th, 12th, or college system. That option is always available. But more interesting option is where they can move their passions into profession. We call it passion to profession journey, where they don't really go to college. Just like I was talking about my two children who have not gone to any college, who don't have any degree, but they've worked in the industry, and they have developed the skills required, and then the industry loves it. That's the best part. Today's world, industry is no more looking at degrees. They're looking at what work have you done, what do you bring to the table, and they're very excited to see children and youth who actually bring that kind of a self-driven, self-directed, self-assessed kind of an approach, almost like mini entrepreneurs, you can call them, or maybe full-fledged entrepreneurs. Yeah. So that's a little about the most common questions that come across. Let me share quickly about Aarohi. So what that we do at Aarohi is we obviously work specifically with each child, because each child has its own set of capabilities, talents, strengths, and all of those. So we look at those, we work with those, rather than working with a set agenda. There's no set agenda. Child is our agenda. Yeah. So the first option we offer is we have a campus which is in a little wilderness away from all hustle bustle. It's near a village. It's about 60 kilometers from Bangalore, but it falls under Tamil Nadu, and it's a residential campus because it's away from everywhere. And children 8 9 plus, typically 9 plus, is what come and stay here for a year. Obviously they go back in between to their homes uh, at certain intervals, but they are the ones who kind of stay here for the whole year. If you have a younger child, and if you live close by, let's say in Bangalore, or closer cities like Krishnagiri, Salem, and so on, then you can also come once in a month, 1 week in a month. That's another combination we offer, but that's for younger children, and they have to come with one parent. And that's like a double bonanza, because not just the child is learning here, the parent also learns a lot of things, apart from enjoying the time with not just their child, but all the other children. So these are the two options we offer at the campus. How exactly does a journey happen at the campus or in child-based education is when children are very young, their primary hunger is exposure. So that's what younger children look for, 3, 4, 5 year olds. As they grow older, they start getting their specific interests. So they say, I'm more into sports, and I'm more into outdoor, and I'm more into music, and I'm more. So they start exploring different things based on their interest, and new things keeps attracting them. So they keep start exploring, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that. As they step into typically their teen years, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, is when they start choosing out of their interest typically one, sometimes two of their interests. And we call it deep dive. That's when they develop real expertise by working with clients, by working with industry, uh, and picking up skills as they go along. It's very much how we learn at the job. And then as they grow older, further older teens, and beyond teens is when they get into enterprise, which means they get into either employment or self-employed, either ways. Yeah. So that's like a typical broadly journey. Or also you will realize that as they grow older doesn't mean that they leave exposure and exploration totally. We all, even at this age, I'm sure we are exposing ourselves to new things, exploring different things and so on. So that journey does not stop anywhere. What exactly happens in our campus? Well, very similar to what I shared. The first thing is each child creates their own dynamic learning plan. I keep stressing on the word dynamic because it keeps evolving on a day, week basis. At the campus, all of us, including the child, is continuously creating, looking for a lot of meaningful, projects, resources, people, explorations. The good news is for us, the whole world is our classroom. We can connect with anybody. Yeah, we can. If we get to know what Ishita is good at, we can connect with Ishita. Hey, auntie, will you teach me this, or will you guide me this? If we know Vineet is good at this, we will connect with Vineet, and so on. So the whole world is ours. We tell the child, you are at the center of the universe. Go ahead, explore, expand, and reach out to where what you need. And more importantly, children then figure out how they can get what they need rather than just. So we don't package and give it to them. No, 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 no. We just tell them that the world is yours, and then they start enjoying this whole idea that I can go anywhere. Yeah, whether I use technology or whether I just connect with people in person. The third thing is we travel a lot as a group, as smaller groups, big groups, individuals. We go out into the world, work with different people, meet different places, constantly interacting with the real world outside. Um, Not just to understand the possibilities there, that's obviously there, but also to get a sense of, hey, what do I like to interact with? How does this, how do I fit in this world? What is it that is appealing to me at this age? And that will obviously evolve over a period of time. At the same time, we also spend a lot of time exploring our inner world. So there are immense possibilities inside us. So we spend a lot of time on emotions, our exploring our intelligences, exploring our own leadership skills, leading ourselves. I'm not talking about leading others. Here, leadership means how do I lead myself? And so on and so forth. So a lot of work on self as well as the world, both the worlds we explore. And then the last is I shared before the whole passion to profession journey. If the child chooses to do that, yeah. Uh, so this is the option we offer. If just again a reminder, if your child is part of ROE at any time, uh, it's not like the child has we are closing any option. All options of any kind of exams, any kind of degrees, any kind of certifications are open. For example, Radhika, you see on the screen on the left hand side, she did for almost so many years, 7 8 years, and then she gave 10th and 12th and kind of is now part of a college, while you have Skanda on the right hand side with his mom, and Skanda didn't give any 10th or 12th, and he is already a professional, totally by working. So you can decide. The family decides. We are not the ones to decide, obviously. Primarily the child decides and supported by the family. Um, if at all you are interested in the child joining at campus, then what we really strongly suggest is come over, experience this for a week, and then you will really understand what it is. Most of your questions will get automatically answered when you live with us for a week and actually experience how does this happen. Yeah. So that's an open invitation. We have certain weeks earmarked, and throughout almost in every month, there are a few weeks available, and you can register in advance. Come and stay with us, and we'll all have a great time doing things which we like doing. As simple as that. And you will also come as a learner, not as a parent. No parents allowed, only learners allowed. So you'll have to come with that frame of mind. Yeah. So that's one option, the campus, but we aren't saying every family has to come to the campus or be part of campus. So there are a lot of families across the country and few even abroad who want to be part of this, who want to be part of the group of parents who are all doing this. So we have a deep Aarohi Deep, which is a cohort, which is like a membership group, you can call it, or a cohort, which meets almost on a weekly basis, and it discusses and learns from each other, and obviously from we all are there as mentors to help you. So what happens in Deep is you are going to work with the child, and we are going to support you. While at campus, obviously, we are going to work with the child and you are going to support us. So it's just a slight play of the equation. So this is for people who either do not want to come here, or the children are much younger and hence you would rather be at home and you would like to work with your child at home. Even if the child is going to school, even that is okay. Not like we are saying this. So what happens in Deep? Well, you learn how to co-design with the child, um, all the different kinds of learning plans, exposures. What is the child's curriculum? You also explore a lot of co-creation. Aarohi is all about co-creation with the child, where to explore, what to do, what kind of opportunities. You also get into how do I discover, co-discover myself, my learning, how child learns, how child is different from, let's say, me or others, and how can I expand and enrich the child. Um, we also obviously spend a lot of time reflecting and learning how to reflect. Yeah, so we learn how to assess ourselves. And finally, the deep dive I talked about, if your child is a teenager and wants to get into this world without necessarily getting into the college kind of education. Um, so that's the deep. Both the at campus and deep minimum is 1 year. Obviously, there's no maximum. So if you want to join at the campus, or if you want to join the deep cohort, 1 year is minimum, because then we can intensely work over a period of time and explore lots and lots and lots of dimensions of learning. uh, we have one more small uh, jewel, I will say. This is our favorite. It's a very small program. It's called Jagriti. We started this program in 2002. So it's been a long journey of this program. And it's a very short program, just 11 sessions, 2 sessions in a week. So about 5 to 6 weeks. It's online, it's for parents. But I can guarantee it will blow you off. It will totally open you up to the possibilities inside you, first of all, as a parent, and as an outflow of that, the possibility inside the child and inside the world. So Jagriti is all about opening ourselves up, because we think we have too much closed ourselves. We have too much conditioned ourselves. If we just open ourselves up, then we become unlimited, and then the child becomes unlimited. Or we can offer the unlimited me to the child, right? So that's the Jagriti program. In fact, we have a batch starting very close by, 26 June, which is the 67th batch. If you're interested, you can join. Both parents can join through a single registration. So it's a short program. Why we call it it is not about education. It's so that's how it is different from deep. Deep is about the child's education, but this is about first understanding myself as a parent and understanding the child as an individual without getting into the education. I think this is much more important. So we say don't do anything else, at least do Jagriti. That's our literally like a gift to you. Yeah. So you can check that out. Um, Let me end by saying the whole learning of ours and the whole leaning of ours is towards building the child from inside. When we are strong, when our shoulders or wings, whichever way you put it, is strong, then whatever the future brings, whatever choices we make, whatever ups and downs happen in life, we are ready to deal with them. Yeah, to me, that is education. The preparation for life is education. It's not like to get set into something, because life will keep changing, choices will keep changing. We change cities, jobs, careers, whatnot. Yeah. So what matters is our insight. So that's the whole focus. Yeah. Okay. So thank you for patiently listening to me. And I think I took more than 15 minutes. Okay, that I promised. But okay, I hope this was of some help. What we can do is more people can come on video, audio. You can ask questions. You can ask questions about child-based education. Obviously, you can ask questions about ROE, and you can ask questions about your child. It's a small group, and all of us are here for our children, so you can openly ask questions. Uh, and please realize this particular orientation happens every Saturday. So if all your questions are not answered today, which I hope they will not be, I hope you have more questions. So you'll keep coming. You can keep dropping in, and not just your questions, whatever you would like to discuss. So the floor is open. Please unmute or type in chat however you want. Let's we can chit chat. I can uh, I can only say that I can share what I have understood over the last so many years with so many children and families and parents. Um, yeah, so that is what I can share with you. Thank you. Go ahead. Yes, yes, Shreya, you can go ahead. You don't have to raise hand, just unmute. Please talk. Yes.
Hello. I am looking forward to join Jagriti, but I
Mm-hmm.
have a lot of questions because I have been trying to homeschool, but the idea itself scares me a lot because uh, I am located in North Delhi.
Mm-hmm.
So, uh, my child is she doesn't like school and she also doesn't like sit and learn kind of thing. She is more creative. She could draw or assemble certain things for all day long.
Mm-hmm.
But I fear that I'm a very short-tempered person. So will I be, will I trap her more? And this is the fear I have. And Secondly, if I happen to find some teachers for her, like she is into gymnastic these days, so the sir wanted her to explore more, but the fees was so much that I had to withdraw myself. And my child was not in a good place because she said, "Okay, I want to learn." But the fees itself was a huge package that I had to withdraw, and I'm in a place that I'm looking for an alternative. So, what if in the homeschool journey also, if she happens to, are you able to understand? I'm in a big chaos right now. I feel like, I'll work on myself, then I'll start homeschooling, and this process keeps on delaying. Then another academic year, another academic year. She's in fourth grade right now.
Sure, sure. Yeah. So okay, so if I say that, step back, and the first question that you need to ask yourself is, are you responsible for your child's education? Now, if the answer is yes, then that's gonna be a huge burden, right? Uh, it's gonna take a big toll on you and gonna big toll on the child. But let's say for assumption's sake, you answer it with a no. Then no, it's not my responsibility. It is the child's responsibility. Now, suddenly the whole game plan changes. Now, the child starts thinking, okay, if I want to learn it this way, how can I learn? If I want to do this, how can I do? How else can I do? Is this class or is this workshop the only way? What else can I explore? Yeah. The more we the more we give them the charge of their life, all right, the more charged they become, the more they learn how to lead them, and then the more relaxed and more enjoyable we become. Right? I keep telling parents our job is not to take care of their interest. It's their job to take care of their interests. Okay, we don't need to get interested in their interest. They need to get interested in our interest. Should be just the child, not their interest. I hope you get the point. Okay. So that is the way I would suggest, because otherwise it's if you start thinking that I will take care of everything, I will arrange everything, I will set all the constellation right, it wouldn't. It may happen. I'm not saying it will happen, but it would be a big toll on you. And also, you are robbing the child of the huge opportunity to lead herself, right? If you're saying that your child is around what, 9, 8, 9, 10, then she can literally do design, do everything that she wants to do. Allow her to do that. Yeah. So
So
the
how, like,
gold,
should I?
yeah. The gold is already there. The gold is inside the child, not outside. It's not in the gold shops. It's inside the child. Okay. But and the child has to bring it out. Not we can't bring it out. Yeah. So the whole emphasis is on the child discovering herself, not on we discovering the child. That's the beauty of child-based education. That's why I said the leadership part is very important. Leading oneself is very important. And then our role becomes real chilled. In fact, I keep saying our job is to enjoy them. If we are not doing them, what are we doing? Why were we given children? We're not given children to do all the manufacturing around them. No. They have all the resources that they need. Yeah. So that's, and the other thing, Shreya, what happens is a lot of us find ourselves all alone in this journey. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying you have your spouse, but other than that, most of the people around you are all saying, "What are you doing with your child?" and so on, which is where a cohort like Deep will make a big difference, because then you are amongst the people who are all doing this. Now you are not the only one, only crazy person in this world. Now you have, 20, 30, 40 more crazy persons in this world. And then it starts making sense to be with them. So, Aarohi Deep is one such option where you are with, and that's on a daily, weekly basis. You're meeting at least twice a week. You're discussing, sharing, developing, and that's where the whole thing happens. Yeah, but
Like,
before all of this, I would hard sell Jagrati, right?
yeah,
That will
that I'm
that
looking
will
forward
help
to.
you to understand the power in the child, because we that is where the power is, and we should be using that power. And to understand that, it's not just that we have to understand it from various perspectives, that okay, how the child has an emotional power, and how the child has a thinking power, and how the child has a creative power, and how the child creative, I don't mean with arts and all, I mean to create our own life. That's the creative power the child has. That's the biggest creation we do, right? We are all beautifully creative because we create ourselves. So
As of now, the idea of homeschooling and taking care of the house and taking care of my profession have taken a lot. So I want to get back to work. This
yes, you
idea
should be
itself is very
working.
scary.
Otherwise, you will eat her brain. Don't.
Yeah,
Please
this
work.
idea
Please
itself
do.
is scary.
No, 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 no. Please do
Like
what you like
marriage.
doing. Please, I keep telling parents, keep doing what you like doing, and that's when you will give the space to the child to do what she likes doing. Right? And then you work as co-passengers. You don't have to do the same thing. The child will do what she likes to do. You do what you like to do. Yes, there will be some common ground, some things you would do with the child, something the child will like you to do, something of yours the child will like to get involved, and so on. Right? But the idea is not to start living for the child. The idea is to live with the child. Does that make any sense? Do we live for
But
the child, or do we live with the child? It makes a huge difference. And children don't even want us for them, they want us with them.
how should I do? Should I like stop school from tomorrow and like how to go about
That you
it?
have to that you have to decide. And who you should decide with is your child. Right? Your child is your guide, not us. Don't think Ratnesh will guide you. No, no, no. I will keep on guiding you back to your child.
No, but she says she wants to go school because obviously she gets to meet her classmates, and she likes her music teacher,
Uh,
and
So
she likes to
pause,
get
pause,
out of
pause.
the
So
house.
see, this particular orientation is to orient you, not to solve any of your problems. Yes, she will say a lot of things. That's exactly what I'm saying. We have to start with first of all understanding the child and understanding ourselves. That's why I am recommending Jagrati first. There's no hurry. Okay, there's nothing that is going to majorly change anything. Work slowly, slow down. Okay, and build this up slowly. It's If you come to Arohi, right at the gate it's written big, go slow, because we are living life, we're not running a race. Right? We want to enjoy, we want to do things. Things will go wrong, things will go right. That's okay. That's part of life. Failure is so beautiful.
But will we as parents get to interact in Jagrati, or is it like
Yes,
only?
yes. You will be the only one interacting. You get to see.
Thank you.
Yeah, but others who have more questions about, yeah, child-based education, whether you, whatever name you call it, or you have specific questions about Arohi, or you want to understand how this will work or how that will work, please go ahead. Please ask, please explore.
Hi, Ratnesh. Uh, I
Yes.
have a total different story to tell you. So, I, being a mother of 13-year-old, So right now my daughter is in grade 9.
Mm-hmm.
So my story is like when my daughter was in sixth itself, we both figured out that together
Mm-hmm.
that the traditional schooling system is not making her happy, neither making her happy. And I, from my childhood itself, I was never happy with my schooling system. So that
Sure,
was always
sure.
there in me. So I was always discussing with this with my daughter from, I think, from the grade 5. And then by sixth, she also started sharing the same things with me. Um, so is a dancer. She likes to do things practically. Even though
Sure,
she's very good in study, she likes to do things practically. So she used to coordinate the school assembly, and she used to lead a lot of clubs and all. But then when it come exam time comes, when when the teachers wanted her to lead things, they always put her
sure.
in front and ask her to do things. But the moment the exam comes, they turn in a different way, and then they tell that, oh no, you missed so much classes. Then she was getting manipulated. Then I used
Sure,
to keep her back, and I used to make her understand this is how schools are. However effort you put in, the way you like, they always stick on to the marks and all those things. And by seventh grade, we both, because I wanted her to tell me that, yeah, this is what I was telling her. She experienced it. And then by grade seventh, we both came to a conclusion, yeah, this is not working out. And then, in fact, I gave her all idea. And with the help of ChatGPT and Google, she found out this school called School of Humanity. And it is totally a project based school.
sure.
It's an online school because somehow I couldn't. I somehow we didn't reach Aarohi at that time. Okay, so because she found, I wanted her to find,
Sure,
and
sure,
she told me. And then School of Humanity is fully project based. They don't evaluate her with the traditional schooling
sure, sure,
exam things
sure,
like that. But every week she does a project. She is being analyzed on that. She's been heard. Her teachers give her full attention. She's been appreciated she's been done. And she's again there. She leads 2 3 clubs. She got internship for her marketing ideas and her social media activities. So she's very very happy with that. And thank God it's going good, very good. And
sure.
it's been 1 year she is in this school, online school. But lately, after 1 year, what I am noticing is, mm, she is because it's an online school. She is having she before going to online school, she was physically active. But the more she got into project based system, she's putting more effort to do her work, and she's doing willingly and happily. But her physical activities are not going good. So that is disturbing me. Even though I didn't share much that with her, but that is literally disturbing me. The school is good. I mean, she is happy, but somehow the physical thing and the online thing is not working out for me. Now I don't know what to do. And she really loves the school. But then when I heard about Arohi, again there it is practical based doing. But what I liked more about Arohi is she can live, get out of the online world and live there and learn it's exactly the same way she's learning in online. What I read about you and the entire website I went through in fact everything in your website. So I am literally happy with that. But I don't know how to bring her from this to Arohi. I'm confused. I don't know how to do this.
Okay. Yeah. So again, for you, my suggestion would be just come for a week. Like you're just coming to explore, a new place, like a travel. Just come without any thoughts, without. Don't think in terms of whether we will join, not join. No, 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 no. It's not about joining at all. Just come and say, let's explore
Mhm.
this place for a week, and
Okay.
then only you will get the idea, and she will get the idea uh, how Arohi is totally child based because y- uh, while she is in a system, whichever system she is in, it's still very, very different from Arohi, or rather, Arohi is very, very different because here there are no
Of
projects,
course.
there are no teachers, there's nobody to appreciate you. You have to appreciate yourself.
Oh,
You have to figure out what
oh,
project, if at all you want to do a project, and then you have to figure out whom will you do it with, and how will you do it, and so on and so forth.
oh,
Even you may even figure out who will guide me or mentor me if I have problems. Even that you choose, right? And it could be anybody. It
oh,
need not be even somebody in Arohi, right? So here you are leading
okay.
everything. Everything is coming from within you. Yeah. But yes, we are all
Okay.
together. We are all together, living together, eating together, fighting together, cleaning toilets together, playing games together. That's the fun part of it, that we are all together in this journey. So, which is why I'm saying, just don't think too much. You just come and experience for a week without any expectations. In fact, if you come to our campus, there's a gate right at the outside where you will see
Oh,
two sentences written. Okay, it says, "Enter without expectations and leave without judgments." Right.
okay.
So
Got
so
it.
just come without expectation that will this work for me, is this good, bad? No, nothing. Just experience. Once you and
Okay.
your daughter has experienced, then you can see if this is something you like, or if she likes the current setup more, or if she wants something else. However she wants, I think I would suggest let her lead.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But the basic
Thanks.
idea is
Thanks.
completely driven by the child. The child designs her life, right? It is
Yeah.
by itself, it
Yeah.
is not, we don't even call it project based learning, because the child can decide literally how they want to do something. They could be doing 20 things in a day, or they could be doing one thing for 20 days. There's
Okay.
nothing
Got
to
it.
say no, don't do this or do this, or do it this way. But we are constantly discussing, understanding, exploring, with everybody giving suggestions to everybody, everybody pulling each other, pushing each other, challenging each other, and so on. Yeah, which is
Got
why
it.
when somebody asks me, okay, so how many facilitators are there, and I ask them back, how many facilitators you want? Because every child is a facilitator. Even the campus itself is a facilitator. Every person we meet is a facilitator. Everything is a facilitator. Yeah, anything
Okay.
can
Got it.
facilitate me in my journey, isn't it? It doesn't have to be one somebody with a name tag.
Yes. Yes. Very true. Got it. Thank you so much.
So yeah, that's my invitation to you. Please come over, stay with us for a week, and yeah, then you can see. Then you won't have all
Sure.
these questions.
Yes. I want her to decide, so I'll be there with her.
Yes, yes,
Thank you. Thank
yes,
you for
yes.
being with me.
Right. I will share the link in the chat, and yeah, you can just look it up for experiencing which are the weeks available, and you can go ahead and register there. Yeah. Okay. More
Sure.
questions, more thoughts. So many people today. Thank you for patiently listening, but I would invite more people to share their thoughts and questions.
Yeah, hi Ratnesh. So, myself Vinny. So I love the idea of fully child kind of driving everything.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and to like from one aspect, this looks like really amazing and beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Because child is driving and like they're leading their life, they're discovering it.
Mm-hmm.
But also there is that sense of fear also because by default like we all get attracted towards instant gratification or just indulging in games and not really learning something. So uh, so how are the some balancing guardrails around that, right? So I'm just more curious about that. Like what is like something holding as a guardrail, that is also helping in shaping and not letting them kind of roam around and fully free, but not in a positive way, but in an indulging way, which is not
So
really,
what would you like,
positive.
Vineet? What would you like, Vineet? We to build those guardrails, or child to discover himself or herself and build his or her own guardrails? Which would you prefer?
I would
Because
prefer
this is
the
gonna
child
be
to
for,
discover.
yeah,
Yeah.
because the journey is lifelong, right? It isn't about 1, 2,
Yes.
5, 10, 15 years. So,
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. So my preference would be, of course, for child to discover.
so that's
But
what we
for
need to
so
work on.
so
So we need to be clear.
and that's my question.
So
And
we
that's
need
my
to,
question that.
yeah,
Hmm,
yeah. No, no, I'm saying
eh,
that's a question for you to explore. What I'm trying to
hmm,
say is that for anything, you are talking about guardrails for whatever, let's say maybe
hmm,
games, you are talking about, I think maybe gadget, but it could be for
yeah.
anything. Yeah. It
Hmm,
could be, let's say, for my emotions. Yeah. Or for my insecurities or whatever, whatever, whatever.
yeah.
The question always is who should build that? And since it's a lifelong journey, isn't it beautiful that the child should build that? And if I want the child to build that, I, as the, let's say, the parent, I, as a parent, need to think from that window. Too soon, I start thinking from my window, which is I can control, I can make the guardrails, I can ensure things go right. But then I am ensuring it. Now, if I have
Hmm,
to work with the child so that the child creates that, now that's another beautiful journey. In fact, to me, that is the education. What else? Everything else can be learned in no time. If I want to today
hmm,
fly kites, I can learn how to fly kites. If I want to fly rockets, I can learn how to fly rockets. What is the big deal? Right? The big deal is to understand myself and to understand this world and to understand how I relate with myself in the world and how do I create what I want to create. And that's a beautiful journey. We call it also the journey of responsibility. And responsibility
okay.
isn't a one
Hmm,
day thing. I can't just suddenly be responsible, right?
hmm,
It takes a whole, I would say it takes a whole lifetime to explore responsibility. I'm still exploring at this age. I'm 57 and I'm still exploring. I can't say I'm like full on responsible. I would say, yeah, I'm okay, 50-50, right? And but if you realize the whole focus of child based education is to get the child, not get the child, invite the child, work with the child, understand where is what is happening. Yeah.
hmm,
Before I jump in with my plans, my schemas, my solutions, that's very easy, right?
hmm,
The problem with my schemas and my solutions is half the time they don't work. Right?
yeah.
And even if they work, it's still my schemas, my
Hmm,
thoughts, my ways, my strategies. But my child is different. And
hmm,
when it starts coming from them, it'll come slowly. It's a beautiful, growing. Just like you would get anybody to do masters, let's say in, let's say, physics. How many years? Let's say about 25 years of education, right? At least let's give 25 years to build this kind of solid responsibility inside. Actually, it develops much earlier. When given from early
okay.
life, they are full on, right? Because they start understanding, because they are deciding about everything every single day. That's a lot of decision
Hmm,
making to do. What do I eat? How much do I eat? Whom do I sit with? Okay, what time do I sleep? What do I get up? Do I go and do I play this game? Do I don't play this game? Do I whatever? Everything is
hmm,
decided, and it's beautiful. And there's obviously a lot of peer learning. By peer, I don't mean same age. I could be learning from a 30-year-old or a 3-year-old. The age doesn't matter. Everybody who is with me is my peer, isn't it?
hmm, yeah.
Which is why we are all a mixed age group, from whatever the youngest child till, let's say, if you say I'm the oldest, then that's. And when grandparents come in, because we want everybody to come in here, we calling people, so they're all ages here. And then you understand the world from different eyes, right? so
I see.
I'm not giving you an answer to your question. I'm giving you a perspective that, hey, if you want to, not even a perspective, I would say whole paradigm of child-based education is about
Hmm,
the child building that, not me doing it for the child.
Got it. And one more question I have, like, so say eventually everybody need to work and kind of be on that professional path, right? Kind of earning their living. So how does that child-based education compare with, say, going through a formal education like 10th, 12th, and then competitive exams and getting a degree, and then, where does a child end up with, that kind of decides the initial platform on the type of jobs and opportunities they get. So how does that fare with the other set of people, and what range and type of opportunities open up with kind of this type of explorative approach?
Hmm. Well, I don't know if I would like to even compare um, the two,
Mm,
because they're two totally. It's like saying, is entrepreneurship better or getting a job better? I don't know. It's
mm,
a choice, right? In the same way, this is a choice, right? You want to
mm,
do it that way or you want to do it this way. But I can more talk about this way rather than compare. And you asked,
mm,
what are the opportunities that people get? Every opportunity. There's no, you are not striking off any opportunity. You can still be part of, you want to give IAS, you can still go ahead and give an exam and give IAS. There are children who at 17 suddenly woke up and say, I want to give an 10th. And in 8 months, they wrapped up their 10th also. Just 8 months. Right?
mm,
They've never gone to school before. And at 17, they are giving 10th. So, what I'm trying to say, we are not closing any options. So, all possible professional opportunities are available. Right? That's one.
mm,
And two, what is interesting is that I can actually sample things before I commit lifelong for it. Before I commit for a 4 year degree, I can sample. Like in a degree, you actually end up committing, and then you realize later on that, oh, I didn't want to do this. But here, you can actually go into an industry, work with it for, let's say, 6 months or 8 months or 1 year, and say, yes, is this what I want to continue? I'll tell you a story of Shreya. So Shreya got interested in designing. And at 17, she said, Uncle, I want to do designing. I want to prepare for a design college. So I told her, Shreya, you want to learn designing or you want to do designing? And she was like, oh my goodness, I didn't think about that. She said, I want to do designing. I said, see, if you want to do designing, you can start designing today. And very interestingly, she took up the do designing, which means she did not go to any college. She started doing designing. And within 1 month, she got one project and she even earned out of it and so on. But she somewhere got pulled into UI UX. Okay, so she worked with
mm,
UI UX actually for almost 1.5 year. And only after working there for 1.5 years, she realized, no, that's not the kind of design I want to do. My real passion, which we knew from the beginning, which we were allowing her to explore the life in her own way. She said, my real
mm.
passion is fashion designing. So in
Okay.
the day she decided, whoosh, she shifted, and now she's just moved out of ROE because now she's more than 21. So till 21 we take uh,
Mm,
youth or children. So children can be with us till 21. There are no more children at 21, but anyways. So
mm,
she last 1.5 to, yeah, 1.5 almost years or almost 2 years. Now she's totally into fashion styling. She has sampled how to work with the movie industry, how to work with uh, you know the fashion industry per se, how to work with brands. So she has sampled different, and now she's trying to figure out which way I want to go and so on. So it is
mm,
the actual experience. Now I couldn't have, or no degree can tell her what a UI UX world would be like that till she actually does UI UX projects. And
mm.
there's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
UI UX or nothing wrong with fashion. It's their individual, what attracts them more. Yeah. So
yeah,
that's one big advantage of doing a journey where you are choosing something, because you can switch from one to another. Yeah, but
yeah.
there's a
It's
lot more to explore. I really don't have a comparison per se, because I don't want to make one thing look wrong or right. My degrees is fine. Whoever wants to do that,
mm,
we have no issues with that. Why should that be an issue? Whoever wants to take whatever path is, we just saying let all the paths be available to the child to decide.
mm.
That's the whole
Got
idea.
it. Yeah, cool. No, that's, I think, really, I can really see being in a, mid-career phase, how, that midlife crisis that happens where you end up thinking whether your work is meaningful or not. So I
Yeah,
can totally relate in kind of some way that how this path would actually lead to more meaningful, more aligned work to one's interests and
yeah,
not kind of have that.
yeah,
So that's
yeah.
great. But thanks for the orientation. Would want to explore further and maybe catch up offline
Sure,
for
sure,
the session.
definitely. Yes, yes. Others, if you have any questions, um, if you have any questions specific to Aarohi, that's also welcome. But if you have questions about child-based education, you're most welcome.
So
When
after listening to this, I hello.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know who's speaking, Sapna or Chitra. I think both were.
I,
Yeah,
just one
yeah,
word, sir.
yeah,
After
yeah, yeah,
listening to
Chitra.
this, I feel that you should do something for us, people like me, who are facing with the midlife crisis. We are at this age, we are realizing this. If you would have done this for us, we would have definitely joined for lovingly spend our 4 or 5 years, and at least the rest of the life we figured out the right thing, what is meant for us.
Yeah. Yeah, actually
Thank
that's
you
a
so
very
much, sir.
valid point. We don't know why we ended up doing something. And so many of us have actually moved away from our degrees or already in our life. So that itself means that the degree by itself is not sacrosanct. It's not something that's the only thing. You can anyway branch out at any point. If you can branch out at any point, you can do that right at 15, 16, 17 also. That's the way to look at it. Okay. Yeah, I think Sapna wanted to say or ask something. Go ahead, Sapna.
Yes, yes. I'd like to know if there is any way we could experience how ROE works. I understand you mentioned that we can come in and stay for a week with the child on the campus and experience, but can we have a day visit? Can we come in just for a day
Yeah,
visit?
there is an
And
option of half day visit if that is what you're looking at, but that will not be an experience. That will just, you will get to see the campus and maybe say hi to different people. Um,
okay,
we do have an
and
option of
when
a
does
half day
that
visit.
happen?
That happens on Thursdays. Okay, I
Okay,
will give
all
the
right.
link
So
for that also. And there are certain select Thursdays. Again, you'll have to register for that, and you can come for a half day visit.
okay,
Absolutely, if that is what
1 week,
you want to. But that is not experiencing. That is definitely uh,
1 week.
the whole idea there is just for you to get familiar with the campus and just touch base with the whole
right.
place. Maybe, as I said, say hi to few people here and maybe ask us few questions. But the real understanding of child based education, whether you become part of ROE or not, that's not important. But the more important part is the real education or the real understanding of child based education can only happen if you come and stay for a week. And that can impact even
Okay, and
how you work with
the
the child. Yeah,
okay,
sorry.
and when does the 1 week when is the 1 week stay? When
There are
does it
many
happen?
options
And
available. I already gave the link. Just see in the chat. Um, so you can,
okay,
and or you can WhatsApp me if you are, or WhatsApp the Aarohi number. That's I'm
okay,
also giving the WhatsApp number. So these both these links I've given in the chat. There are multiple
okay,
weeks available in each month, and these
all right,
visits happen throughout the year. Yeah,
okay,
except for the month of May,
and
all other months there will be some weeks available, not all weeks, because we also travel. We have all other different plans, so we see which weeks are where we can accommodate guests, and that's when we do that.
okay,
So yeah, that would be the best.
okay. I just one last
Sure,
question.
sure.
If I happen to be a part of ROE for my son, and if I choose the model of coming for 1 week in a month.
Yes.
So what will the child really be doing on campus? Is the child going to be taught something specific, or will the child still be left to be doing something self-driven?
Yes, yes. No, not
What?
self. Yeah, self-driven means the child will decide what the child will do, right? And
Right.
not just the child, you will decide what you will do. So, to both of you, we will ask you the same question: what do you want to do today or this week?
Okay.
And then you will decide. In
Okay.
fact, if you become part of the 1 week a month, you will start planning in advance. You will say, when I go to campus, I want to try this, I want to explore this, I haven't done this. Like this, you will be doing your planning, child will be doing
Right.
his or her planning, right? Just like
Okay.
all of us do
Okay.
who stay continuously at the campus. Or when you are at home, you will do the same thing. You will decide, hey, what do I want to do at home?
Okay.
Yeah. Again, all of this deciding, the level of planning is dependent on the child and the child's age, right? A 3-year-old
Okay.
decides in a different way, a 9-year-old decides in a different way, and a 19-year-old decides in a different way. We can't
Yes.
expect each
Yes.
one to plan. Even two 9-year-olds design or think about day in a very different way. And it's by nature, some are more explorers, some want to just do few things. So each one has their own way of looking at their life, and that is what we value. That child.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
But again, you come for a week's visit, then you will get the idea, because when you come for a week, you will realize, okay, so this is how a week goes, and this is how the child can explore so many things, and I can explore so many things, and together we can do so many things.
All right. So it's just the whole 1 week thing is just for one a single parent, or both the parents can be there on campus.
Either ways, we would like both the parents.
Okay.
So if both the parents can
Right.
come, great. But if there is a constraint
Okay.
and one parent can only come, that's also fine.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you. Right. Okay. So we are at almost 6:08. Okay. So yeah,
Can
we
I?
can maybe, yes, please, we can maybe take a last question. We normally do this 5 to 6. So that's okay. Uh,
No.
we can take one last question from you. Yeah, please, sir.
Yeah. It's actually not a question. It's an appreciation for you. First time I am hearing invitation for a weekdays in the school, because a lot of schools I visited, almost all alternative schools in two states, Karnataka and as well as Andhra Pradesh. But no one invited the parent or educationist or whoever it is to stay for a weekdays and be with us. This is an exemplary thing. I congratulate you for all that what you have been doing it.
Thank
And
you.
I'm sure that I'll be one of the visitors very soon to your school. I mean, to
Please,
our
please.
school. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Just wanted to point out, it's easy for us to do it or offer it because we are not a school.
Yeah,
Because we
yeah,
are a community. Yeah, we are all
yeah,
together, the parents, the children, we are all
yeah,
together. If a
yeah,
parent, if the child joins our campus, the parent is by default part of the
yeah,
campus. The parents come and stay as much as they want to stay, because
yeah.
we love parents coming to the campus, not because they will do something for their child, because they will do for all of us.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
They will
correct.
add
That's correct.
magic, they will bring. So when you will come, you will bring your magic here, your gold here.
Mhm.
And we see
Yeah,
gold in everybody, whatever age. So the more gold, the better.
yeah, yeah. I
As
love this.
simple as that. So people coming for 1 week is like, is beautiful, because we can always learn so much
Yeah, when,
from whoever comes, and who
yeah,
will
when I was,
touch who will ignite who, is not something we can predict. We just can try and mobilize it. The rest
yeah,
will happen by itself. Yeah.
yeah, when
So
I was running
please.
the school, I was doing the same thing. Parents used to come, a lot of my friends, guests, and it has been, as you said, a big community. Like,
Yeah.
it's really
Okay.
good thing. Yeah,
Thank you.
I, I,
Shreya, you
I
have
would like.
asked, when possible, also tell me something about what is workshop recording. Sorry, I didn't get this question.
I got a message that we can access the workshop recordings in the WhatsApp group. We have to pay
Workshop.
certain amount and we have to access the workshop recordings. So I wanted to know what exactly that is so that I can access it or try
Mm,
recording of the workshops basically. There's some course
no,
called
if you're
recording of the
talking about
workshop.
the no, no, no. So there are two different things. One is if you're talking about the Jagrati program. In Jagrati program,
No,
you also
Jagriti I
obviously.
know.
Yeah. So Jagriti, you understand. Okay,
Hmm.
you might be looking at the deep program. So while in deep program, you are
No, deep, not deep.
no,
That's
no,
why I'm
in
confused.
deep,
It's not deep.
in deep, you also get the access to all the works. If we have been working and creating content for so many years, like we started in 99, so it's almost 27 years. So all the programs, all the recordings that we have, you have access to everything as part of a deep family or the campus family, either of the two. Yeah, when you become part of ROE, you have access to all of those. You name a topic and we already have something on it, literally. Right. So that's, I think that's where you must have read it somewhere. Yeah. So when you're part of the campus, you are anyway part of the deep. When you're part of the deep, then you get access to all the resources that we have created over so many years. They're like thousands of them. Right? There's so much, and obviously you can search what you need, or you can ask us what you need, and we can say, okay, this is already there, like that.
So I suppose I should start with Jagrati first. This is
Yes,
because a lot will overwhelm and
absolutely, that's the perfect starting point.
thank you. And thank
Hi Ratnesh, Isha here.
Yeah,
I
hi.
sorry I joined like 10-15 minutes late, but I was there since then.
Sure.
So it was very nice listening to you. Like I used to, just listen about you through my friends or who attended the Jagrati program.
Hmm.
Currently, I'm in Malaysia. So
Okay.
my child is six years old,
Sure.
6.5 to be precise. And then we started this homeschooling journey, and within a month, we shifted to unschooling
Hmm.
because it's not
Keep up.
happening. Yeah. And then since then, we are trying to find his interests, patterns, and trying to deep dive where he want to do, but have like lots of questions. Since I just have the information, like information, now
Yeah.
it's happening in action. There's so much to process. So I'm
Sure.
currently there. So I have these two questions. I just want to know, since I'm in Malaysia currently, so my timings are a bit different. I'm 2 hours, 30 minutes ahead of Indian time.
Sure.
So for the Jagruti, my first question is this: for the Jagruti, the timings are
8 to
eight to
10
ten, right?
India time. Yes, 8 to 10 India time. Yeah.
No alternative time, right?
No alternative. You'll have to adjust, but it's only
Okay.
twice a week, dear. Don't worry about so much. It's
Yeah.
just twice a week. Football World Cup is happening. People are waking up at 3:30 to watch matches. This is far more important than a football match. Like big, big, big. This is your child and your journey. It's worth it. Just twice a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will have to
Okay.
stretch till about 12 or 12:30 for you in the night. I know. And
Yeah.
yeah, start with Jagriti. And then for somebody like you who is unschooling and is in Malaysia, I would say Deep will work perfectly. But Jagriti is the best starting point, because that will first we need to open ourselves up, and then we can gobble up whatever the child and we and all create.
Okay. And in deep, I would like to know, is it like regular online sessions for the child, or
No, no,
it will
this is
be
Deep is not for the child. This Deep is for you. So,
okay, not
so
for the
deep is
child?
about the child's all education and how you can work with the unschooling, all kinds of aspects of unschooling, homeschooling, or whatever, or even schooling. So deep is all to do with education, while Jagriti is to do with, first of all, understanding and opening up ourselves, our possibilities, and the child's possibilities. Yeah. So that's why I'm saying
Yeah.
do Jagriti first, and then you can be part of the deep. That would make sense.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll pause here for now. It's already 6:15. So thank you for joining. Just remember, we are here every Saturday. So if you have more questions, you can join in. If you want to be part of, if you're a parent, I would strongly recommend at least try out Jagrati. Okay. The interesting thing about Jagrati is that it's based on what we call it apni khushi se do, in the sense you can contribute how much ever you want to, and you can contribute whenever you want, even after 5 years. So you don't have to think about, oh, what will happen to the other part. But what you can think about is, first of all, what will happen to me if I attend this, and that's something that I can guarantee you on. right? That there is something that will happen to you which will last a lifetime. So, yeah, so let's take a pause here and we'll stay connected. If there's anything, you can always WhatsApp us. If you have any query, I've shared the WhatsApp number also. And yeah, when you can attend again at the next Saturday or whenever you feel like. Yeah. And yeah, and if you want to connect, interact with more parents, and understand how the life happens, come over, uh, be at our campus, and then you will automatically meet other parents also, and not just the children, and that itself is something which you can enjoy. Yeah. So thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice weekend, and we'll stay connected.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Bye bye.
you.
Bye.